What's up YouTube? For tonight I have a full YouTube comments team. Now this is a pretty interesting idea and there's a lot of likes on it, so I thought it'd be good to do. Okay, leave them theme team suggestions in the comment section below. Highest thumbs up comment will be the winner. Right, so also noticing still there's quite a few people putting the same theme teams in the suggestions. Make sure you check the damn playlist at the end of the video or just on my channel. Okay, so I've been to a friend's place. I've had quite a lot to drink, so if my narration's not top notch like it normally is, yeah, just keep that one in mind. So we got Ferrothorn League. We got a very original team I'm versing in this battle, so I had to do a OU battle, which was entertaining. Now these first few turns were fucking funny, so I bounced those stealth rocks back to start off with, so that was awesome. Got some stealth rocks up on the field. Now I thought, well, fuck it, let's go for magic code again. Let's see if they might fall for the bait or swap out. Doesn't really matter. And they used T-Wave, and I bounced a T-Wave back right at them. So I got a rocks and a T-Wave bounce back, and I thought, well, surely they can't go for another status move. I thought, let's do it. It doesn't matter what's it going to do to me. A gyro ball, that's nothing really to me. And I bounced a leech seed big, but they're actually grass type, so it's going to do fuck all to them. But those first three turns were hilarious. Okay, so I just went for the flash cannon here because I thought they may swap into something a little bit different after getting their ass predicted for 3 turns in a row. So I fucking flash cannon that Talonflame. It took a lot of damage from the stealth rocks, which was good. So I didn't want to stand to this at all because I was expecting any sort of fire move at all. So I went to Druid, got that sandstorm happening, and this is my well, it's a special. I gave it max health, max special defense, so I didn't have as much in defense as I normally do, so I took a lot of damage. Definitely a choice banded Talonflame there, but the Sandstorm and Recoil was going to be enough to take the Talonflame out, so that's good, getting rid of that Pokemon early. Okay, now this had some incredibly just clutch and close moments in it, so you'll see in a second. Okay, so out comes the Ferrothorn again, and I'm thinking, well, I'm probably going to set up its little stealth rock again and try and do that sort of stuff. So this time I thought, well, I'll let them set it up because it's going to be, inevitable. I'm not going to be able to stop that now since my Clef Key is not in. So I get all my health back with Slack off there. I'm thinking I'll use Hippowdon later on in the game. So it sets up the stealth rocks. I've got all my health back pretty much there after the leftovers recovery. So I'm thinking, well, I could swap D-Knight into this, and I'm actually running. I'll go through all my sets during this battle too, because it was quite a long battle. I went for about 35 turns or so. So I've got a agility, max special attack, Dragonite. I just wanted to run this set for the lols. I get hit by Power Whip, that does nothing to me, but Stealth Rocks, Sandstorm, and Power Whip does nearly half my health. Fucking Fire Blast misses, that really stinks, because I was able to get up the Leech Seed, so I'm going to get hit by the Sandstorm and the Leech Seed, and they're going to know what I'm going to do this turn, so I'm going to have to go for something different this turn, because it's going to be obvious I'm going to go for the Fire Blast. So I was thinking, what should I go for? I've got Agility, I've got fucking Draco Meteor, Fire Blast, and Hurricane with White Herb for the Draco Meteor. So I decided to go for the Hurricane, and fingers crossed that I didn't miss. I didn't miss, that was great. So, Azumarill is going to get like a crap load of damage. It's got the Citrus Berry there, so that's cool. And guess what? It doesn't have enough to fucking have its frigging belly drum off. But I was like, oh, okay, it's got Leech Seed, so it's going to have enough to get belly drum off. But I probably wouldn't risk it there with a D-Knight on the field. So I thought, okay, this is alright. I could just go for another Hurricane again and do it. And it actually outsped me with Ice Punch. I'm like, wow, it must have been running like max EVs in speed or something. I don't know. That was like fucking weird shit. Anyway, so Azumarill is going to be a little pain in the arse here, so I decided to go for Toxic here. That was the best move that I could really hit it with, and this was a max health, max defense Clef Key as well. So if it did decide to go for any belly drums, which it did, I'm like, oh, good, but it's not going to be around for too many turns. So it's got max attack now, it's got no Citrus Berry to recover it, and so it's going to really have only one turn to attack me here, and I knew it would probably go for Waterfall, or it went for Aqua Jet this time, and I fucking lived that. That was awesome. I've got the Chesto Berry and Rest, so it couldn't have been more perfect than that. That was a really good there, being able to get my all my health off, and that Chesto Berry waking me up there. So that Azumarill must have been like max, I don't know, because I definitely shouldn't have lived in that Aqua Jet. So it would have been max, it was definitely max speed. Maybe it was max speed, max health. I'm not really sure what they were running, or not as many attack EVs. I don't even know, but I definitely knew I shouldn't have lived that one. Okay, even with my max health and max defense. Okay, so I knew that there was a chance that this thing had guts. I went for the toxic anyway. That was the best thing I'd probably do. And Conqueror was going to go for the drain punch, and it does nearly as much as Azumarill's a belly drummed Aquajet, which was quite funny. So I'm thinking, what should I do here? I could just go for a flash cannon and do some damage against that, and that's really all I need. It was really only helpful against that Ferrothorn. That was hilarious. That part, that was the best thing it did. I got a nice crit there. It was very helpful, handy crit there. So Drain punches me, and that's going to be Clef Key down. Congadale's got most of its health back there, but it is poison, and it is within range for me to revenge kill. Now, so I've got my Magmar here. This is a Choice Scarf Magmar. I've got a Fire Blast. I had to put the V in for you if you don't understand that one. Still looks like butthurt. Anyways, I went for the Psyche here. Conqueror goes for the Mach Punch there, and I just live there on 12 health, so another real close live there, and I'm able to just destroy Conqueror with a Psychic there. Since the Stealth Rock's up on the field, I'm not going to be able to swap, and I'm stuck into Psychic, which sucks. So out comes Metagross. Definitely not going to be Mega, definitely not going to use Bullet Punch, but there's nothing I could really do there. So thinking how I was going to get this. I did have my Hippowdon. That was... I had planned that for the end of this battle if I was going to use that. Okay, anyway, Metagross is going to go for a Bullet Punch. I've got Vital Spirit, not Flame Body. That's unfortunate, but that's it was a more handy ability there for sure. Okay, so I've got my Smeagol. This is my Belly Drum Smeagol. I couldn't use it to full capacity in this battle, obviously, because there were Stealth Rocks on the field. Mega Metagross is going to go for the Bullet Punch, obviously predicting a Spore. I live on 8 health. That was so freaking close. I get my Citrus Berry off. Unfortunately, that's not going to even get close to me being able to half my health for Belly Drum. This is a Belly Drum, Spore, Extreme Speed and Shadow Sneak, boosting with Technician set, and Jolly Nature, of course. So in comes Gengar. I went for the Shadow Sneak anyway because that was super effective against Metagross, and I was like, well, that's good. Even with, I've got max attack EVs, but even with that, it doesn't really do too much. But it's Gengar, it's pretty frail, so I get 2 of them in, so that's going to be enough. It was a 3-hit KO anyway with Stealth Rocks, so I was pretty happy with that one. Gengar's going to finish me off with a Sludge Bomb. That's cool. Did some solid damage there to Gengar. I just couldn't, I didn't have time or room to get my Belly Drum up with those traps on the field. I can see its Life Orb as well there. Okay, so I've got my Exploud and my Hippowdon left. Things are looking pretty grim at the moment. So I went for the Power Up Punch here since I've got Scrappy. Gengar actually fucking poisons me there with the Sludge Bomb. I'm max health, I'm max health and max special defense with Power Up Punch. And I take it out there due to the Life Orb damage, and that's cool. I got a +1. Didn't really want to poison though. That's going to really hamper me as well. So I've got 2 pokes. It's 2 pokes all, and it's pretty good. I'm thinking, well, the Ferrothorn's probably going to come out because they've seen that I'm physical. Unfortunately, I'm not running a normal special set like the Boom Burst one. There's a normal Exploud set. Okay, so Ferrothorn comes out anyway, so I think the best move I got here to hit against it is a Power Up Punch, so I just go for that, even though it doesn't do very much. It's better than nothing. I'm already poisoned, so I thought I'm going to need to win this game with my Hippowdon set. That's my really only way. So it's got Iron Barbs, and I get I pretty much get messed up there with Power Whip and all the Barbs in the world, so that's down. There's 2 Pokemon left. I've got my Hippowdon. I know that I can do this, but I need to get them curses up. So this is a curse set. Max health, max special defense. Get my Sandstream up there as well. I've got Curse, I've got Slack Off, I've got Earthquake, and I've got Thunderfang. I thought that'd be good for water types. There. Anyway, you could run Rock Slide as well. I just thought I'd run Thunderfang if I come across any bulky water Pokemon. Okay, so Ferrothorn's going to go for the Power Whip. That does a shitload of damage to me anyways. I've got the leftovers anyway, but without that curse up first, that would have done 3/4 of my health. So I thought, let's slack off here. I'm just going to check how much, what it's going to do to me next. Maybe you set up Leech Seed. I wasn't really too sure. Gets past Paralysis again, hits me with another Power Whip. That's still doing around half, which is still a lot of damage considering it's a high base power and it's super effective as well. Okay, so I go for another curse. This is my chance here. I know Metagross can't swap in freely because obviously, I've got. It's obvious that I'd carry Earthquake, and that's not going to like that at all. So Ferrothorn's the best bet against Hippowdon, and it's still spamming fucking power, getting past paralysis, and hitting with it as well. On top of that, okay, so I need to go for a slack off this turn and get most of my health back, which is good. So I'm in a fairly good position, and. I'm really only worried about maybe Metagross is going to go for maybe an Ice Punch, that'd be scary, or getting critted by that Power Whip, which wouldn't be too bad. They're about the only two things that I was actually scared of, really. I know I could one-shot the Metagross after a couple of curses. So I'm continuing to boost my attack and defense here, getting them up. That's good. The battle certainly wasn't over here at this point either. There was every chance that I could easily lose or easily win at this point, so it was very... it definitely wasn't one-sided. So I was getting my Sandstorm actually runs out there. Leech Seed is on the field now, so that's going to pretty much get rid of my lefties and give this Ferrothorn a recovery. So I've seen all of its moves now. It had, as we've seen earlier on the battle, it had Thunder Wave, Stealth Rock, Leech Seed, and its power. It doesn't have Protect, which is good, so it can't storm me out there. So getting my Slack off here, and Ferrothorn is going to go for another Power Whip here. And like, holy shit, I just leave on 29 health. Man, that was like 3 or 4 close lives in this battle. So that was, I knew that was going to happen. And the Leech Seed was still up on the field, and I just live on 16 health there. Now, since I got a couple of curses up, but I'm not going to be still slower than Ferrothorn, so I'm able to get Slack off here and get my health back. I knew Ferrothorn would go for another Power Whip this turn. How many Power Whips does this Ferrothorn actually hit in a row? That was the first paralysis it had in ages. I mean, it was crazy. I wasn't getting the greatest luck in the world at this time. Surprise, surprise. So I was thinking, what should I do now? Should I go for the Earthquake, or should I just, start setting off another curse? I need to get a couple more to get past that Ferrothorn for a 2-hit KO. They actually swap here and go into Metagross. I'm like, oh crap! I could have gone for Earthquake then and killed that. Yeah, but that's I guess they thought that I may go for Slack Off or maybe Curse there, and that's why they swapped in. Okay, so here I went for the Earthquake. I need to get rid of this thing, even with all these curses up. Let's face it, I'm going to probably get freeze hacks here if this thing wakes up, and there's Leech Seed still on the field, and I'm below half health now, so I'm within range of actually getting killed definitely, and a crit will destroy me. So Metagross stays asleep. Phew, that was awesome, and I'm able to get the Earthquake off here, and that's going to take that out easy peasy. So it's down to one Pokemon left now. So pretty much the only way this Ferrothorn can get past me now is a big crit here. Before it did nearly all my health except for like 29 health, and after the Leech Seed as well, so it's then down to about 12 or 13. So it's going to be pretty close here if it was going to be able to take me out. So first I went for Slack Off because there was no way I could afford that crit. No way, not after all this. Okay, so all my health's back. Power Whip lands again. Holy shit, man! I wish I was as good at landing Power Whip this many times in a row. Okay, and they've only been paralyzed once as well, and they've hit all the other Power Whips. Okay, so that did absolutely nothing to me, which is good now. So I've got enough curse up. This is going to be at a 2-hit KO with the Earthquake up on this Hippowdon, and this should be enough to take it out. Just fingers crossed there that the next turn wasn't going to be a freaking a crit there. It gets paralyzed. Perfect. I'm going to outspeed, and that is pretty much game here. Just doing my last Earthquake after the Leech Seed. But yeah, I really enjoyed this battle. It was fun. Definitely. I got to use most of my sets, not to their full extent, but every Pokemon got to at least do something. And of course, Dragonite got bad luck, but that's how it was. Okay, that was game. Yeah, a nice battle there. Really got to show off my Hippowdon there. Worked really nicely. Hope you guys enjoy this one. That's about it. Peace out.